So I think for me, the first thing is the choice of topic, actually. So the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement is immensely important to the future of Africa, and it is happening in very short order. And this is the first time I've seen such a comprehensive focus on it. I don't know whether it was coincidence, but the fact that it also coincided with International Women's Day, today has been, and yesterday as well, really the most I've seen women and the issue of women participating in Africa's growth being discussed at any Africa conference. So for me, those have been the two most mind-blowing aspects of the conference. And specifics. Vera Songwe is very focused, very detailed, and very clear on what it is that she's looking to achieve as head of the ECA on behalf of the entire continent. And she brings with her a wealth of experience and expertise, both from the public sector as well as the private sector. And so the language that she was using to explain how we're going to get there as a continent was one that resonated with me as an investor, but is one I know resonated with other people in the room as well, regardless of whether they were from the private sector or from the public sector. Final part of this as well is, and this is one of the things I love with student conferences, is the energy and the dynamism that comes with the young folks who are providing energy for the rest of us to keep going. It's new ideas, it's new thoughts, and it's new initiatives, all of which are needed. You know what inspired me to start the conference is the same thing that inspired me to choose Oxford in the first place for my graduate school, and is the same reason that I've done what I've done subsequently in the 10, 12 years, which is focus on investing in Africa. And that is feeling that Oxford is a place where your mind opens up and anything is possible. And Oxford is a place where focusing on Africa is very much possible. So that first conference was a student conference that we organized over 2 days. And it was myself and two of my Nigerian classmates. We had pretty much no budget to work with. And so we relied on the goodwill of a lot of alum, like Hakeem Belosagi, Dambisa Moyo, to come and speak. I reached out to President Festus Mogae from Botswana as well. And he wrote me a handwritten letter back to say, I'm really sorry, I can't make it. So it took a lot of goodwill and Africans who believe that Oxford is a place that has given us a lot and we want to give something back to. And this is also a forum in which we can genuinely work together for the betterment of the continent. That's what inspired, for me, the first conference. It's what inspired me to come to Oxford in the first place. And as I said, it's what's inspired me in the work that I do in terms of impact investing in sub-Saharan Africa. You know, if I say philosophically, right now it feels in the world that we're really moving towards a shift where countries, communities, individuals are pulling apart. And in a time like this, for within the space of a year to put together what will be the largest trading bloc in the world and connecting 1.1 billion people and reducing the trade barriers within these 55 countries, when I think of the investments that we have done, some of the investments that I'm working on currently, this is going to revolutionize business. More importantly, this is going to bring down costs and allow for there to be a more sustainable development of the economies on our continent. And that translates to more prosperous lives, healthier lives, more educated populations, and a real growth, which is a sustainable growth. It's a growth that we want to see in the continent and is not one which is absent of bringing people along, along that development curve. So for me, the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement and where we are in the continent right now, we're at a tipping point, and it's a fantastic place to be. There's hope, more importantly, there's actual action, which is going to allow us to execute on this.